Yes, good morning, dear trainees. Today we are going to discuss about the skill, micro teaching skill, that is skill of reinforcement. That means how to give the reinforcement skill, reinforcement to the students. For that, how to write the lesson plan. We are going to discuss and we are going to learn how to write the lesson plan for the reinforcement skill in micro teaching. Uh, so we have discussed at least nearly four skills in our micro teaching skills. Today we are going to discuss about the last skill, that is reinforcement skill, uh, which helps the teachers to motivate the students towards the lesson, how to appreciate and how to avoid the students, how to encourage the students through our teaching. It develops in the students, in the trainees. So this is the most also is also most important skill to the mathematics trainees, mathematics teachers. So let me explain what are the components of this skill. So this is what mathematics micro teaching skill reinforcement. You know already what we are going to discuss. Just to look at the components. There are only four components in this skill. The one is first one is positive verbal reinforcement, reinforcer also we can say. So positive verbal reinforcer means we have to use verbal words, positive words, to encourage or motivate or appreciate to the response given by the students. So whenever we ask the students, we have to encourage the students to respond to the given question or to the question asked by the teacher. If the teacher asks a question, if the students gives a reply positive right answer or positive response, we the teacher should respond positively by the positive words like that, very good, excellent, yes, go ahead, like this. So these are called positive verbal reinforcers. Then after nodding the head up and down or not like this, yes, yes, we should not use the negative words, that is called positive verbal reinforcer. The second component is negative verbal reinforcer. That means we should not use the negative verbs like no, not like that. Just we have to give some uh, we should not discourage the students for the response given by the students. So we have to use the simple words which will not discourage the students when they give the response to the teacher question or action. So the negative verbal reinforcer should be very less and should not hurt the students when they respond to the question or the action of the teacher. This is called negative verbal reinforcers, not like that, like this we should simply we have to use. The third one is positive non-verbal reinforcer. Yeah, non-verbal means the signs or symbols, whatever it be, nodding the not like this, yes, like this. Verbal and non-verbal. We are not using the words, just we are using the expressions or gestures for the response given by the student. So the non-verbal behavior, non-verbal reinforcers should be positive for the positive or right answers given by the student. So positive non-verbal reinforcer is also one of the component in the reinforcement skill. So for sometimes action speaks louder than words, you know already. So if we say that is using the positive verbal reinforcer, instead of, if the positive verbal reinforcer is suppose very good, we can't say that is positive verbal is also we can say So the action or expression of the teacher, sometimes there is non-verbal reinforcer gives a use encouragement to the students if they respond or if they give the answer. That is sometimes we will say excellent. So for that we can say like this, I like this, yes, yes, yes. So these all positive. We need not to use the words, just we can say yes, that's it, one it, you are right, like this we need not to use yes, that is we can say. So non-verbal, positive non-verbal means yes, like this, yes, right, you, like this, yes, you are right, like this we have to use the positive non-verbal reinforcers. If the student is responding, it's not fully, just we can say yes, we should encourage like this, yes. If the student start the answer, is not able to give the full answer, then we can say yes, encourage like this, yes, you are going, yes, 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 like this we have to use the positive non-verbal reinforcer. The negative non-verbal reinforcer also, yes. If the student is responding but it is not right, we can say like this, we should not say no like this, we should just say like this. If it is good, excellent, instead of a word excellent we can use. If the question is wrong, we need not to say no, it's wrong, just simply say like this, just simply it say like this, yes, yes, no, 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 like this we can say. So if the student is going in a wrong way to give the answer, we can say not like this, no, we should not say. Simply we, by showing our facial expressions, gestures, our actions, we can control, or we can guide the children whether they are like giving the response positively or not. So these are the four essential components of skill of reinforcement. This four reinforcements gives a great encouragement to the students to respond or to answer the question when we are explaining or when we are solving any type of problem in mathematics class. So as we the mathematics trainees, as mathematics teachers, we should use these components to make the class effective and to encourage the students uh, respond positively always, to make the class active. These four components are very very essential. So the verbal, sometimes we are already told, sometimes action speaks louder than words. So whenever positive non-verbal reinforcer is required, we have to use instead of the verbal reinforcer. Whenever negative non-verbal reinforcer is required, we have to use negative non-verbal reinforcers than negative verbal reinforcers. So short we can say positive verbal reinforcer means that is PVR, positive verbal reinforcer. The second one is negative verbal reinforcer, NVR, positive non-verbal reinforcer. So just add N, PNVR. The fourth one is negative non-verbal reinforcer, NNVR. These four essential components are required to make the class effective and to make the class live and to encourage the students to participate in teaching learning activities. So we should not neglect any one of the component to make the class active and make the class live. See what topic we are going to discuss. We are discussing the preliminary information, you know already. What is the preliminary information? You know already. Name of the teacher training. Next subject mathematics, class 9th. Date you know already. Time, duration, all these things you know. The concept what we are going to discuss in the skill of reinforcement lesson plan is nature of roots in quadratic equation. Nature of roots in quadratic equation. That is the concept we are going to discuss using the micro teaching lesson plan using skill of reinforcement. Then after, what are the teaching points to be covered in the lesson plan? Just simply I wrote here. The one is general form of the quadratic equation, you know already. Sum and product of the roots in a quadratic equation, the second topic, second point. Third one is nature of roots by the value of determinant. So these three teaching points are to be covered in the lesson plan. So we are going to move into the structure of the lesson plan with the three steps, four columns, steps, teacher activity, student activity, and components. After completion of this lesson plan, you can modify in the component column as Blackboard work or TLM. Here we are not using any TLM, so we cannot prepare the model or whatever it may be. So here you have to prepare a chart for the quadratic equation, determinant, and the sum of the all these things we have to prepare. Only the required TLM is only the chart that is with different colors and very attractive way to attract the students and to make the students to involve in the classroom actively and to make the class lively. So whenever the TLM is required as a model, we have to prepare the model or other things. So it is not possible to prepare the model for the quadratic equation. So we should go with only the chart. The TLM is only the chart with a quadratic equation, sum, and whatever it may be, product or whatever it may be, the nature of the determinant and all these things we will see discuss in this lesson plan. So first one, already every lesson plan begins with the first step, that is introduction, that is greeting, good morning children, that is automatically student activity is good morning sir or madam. Second one you see is 3rx x square plus 2x is equal to 4 a quadratic equation, the teacher asks. The student replies no. Then the teacher continues the lesson like this: that is right, why do you say so? The student responds, it becomes a quadratic equation if 3x square plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. In the second topic, 3rx square is given, so that you ignore the r in 3rx square. So the general form of quadratic equation already, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. The student gives, it becomes a quadratic equation if 3x square plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0 or minus 4 is equal to 0. So that is right, the teacher told. So that is right here, what? Positive verbal reinforcer, PVR, is given in the component column. That is right is the word used by the teacher here. So that also should be used in a highly appreciable way. That is right, like this. Simply we should not say that is right. We should use the change in the voice and all these things, already stimulus, variation, skills we have discussed. If the student is giving the right answer, automatically we should act to encourage the student. That is right, yes, that is right, like this we have to use. Now automatically the word itself indicates the component as PVR, positive verbal reinforcer. Then the teacher moves, that is right, give the general form of a quadratic equation. Here also generally the teacher is using the PVR and asking the general form of quadratic equation. Ax, the student replies ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That is called what? That is right, also called here positive verbal reinforcer automatically. So the student gives a reply x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then after, if you move to the next one, automatically you can see here yes is also positive reinforcement. So we can say that is component PVR, positive verbal reinforcer. What can you say about ABC? Simple question. That is automatically the student gives a reply ABC belongs to real numbers, capital R. But the wrong question is no. What other facts should be true? The student gives reply, but there should be something is required to make the question and answer right. So to meet the answer for the given question, the student has to reply a is equal to 0. That is missing here. So the teacher gives the reply no for the ABC belongs to R. So simply no is what? No is what here? Non-verbal behavior. Yes is positive verbal behavior. No is negative verbal behavior, but immediately they have given some input for the non-verbal behavior. What other factors should be true? They give the hint. They gave the hint. The teacher gave the hint to the student, even though it is a non-verbal reinforcer. So supporting that one, the student has given the reply a is equal to 0. Then automatically the student teacher gives reply very good, very good. That like this we have to use. So that is also positive verbal here. What are the other roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0? Automatically the student gives a reply alpha and beta. This also okay. What is the sum of the roots of alpha if alpha beta are the roots? The student gives a reply alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. The sum of the roots of a quadratic equation alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Okay, that is okay. The okay is indicates the positive verbal reinforcer. So component column as modified PVR. The teacher smiles and approves. What is the product of two roots? Automatically the ever smiling also positive verbal reinforcer. And what is the product of two roots? Alpha beta is equal to c by a. Automatically nice. We can find the nature of the roots by studying determinant b square minus 4ac. If b square is equal to 4ac, what can you say about the roots? The roots will be equal, the positive verbal behavior. So the nice itself indicates the component positive verbal behavior PVR. So see, by seeing every question and response of the teacher and the student, we are writing the component. So when we are writing all these things, we should use the positive verbal behavior and non-verbal behavior also. Then the teacher appreciate by using the word good. Positive verbal behavior. If b square greater than 4ac, what can you infer about the roots? The student replies the roots are real and positive. That is positive verbal behavior PVR. Good. If b square less than 4ac, what can you say about the roots? The roots are unreal. The student replies the positive verbal behavior. Good, the word good itself, good, yes, all these things are positive verbal behavior. The teacher raises his head as a sign of disapproval because it is wrong. So the roots are imaginary. Automatically the student gives a reply, but is right, not right. So like this, his head as a sign of disapproval. The teacher is not approving the answer. So when the teacher is not approving the answer of the student, we should not say no, 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 no like that. We should like this we have to use. So this is called non-verbal negative non-verbal reinforcer. So automatically the student gives the reply the two roots are imaginary. Automatically the other student gives a reply the roots are imaginary. Then the teacher approves it and excellent we have to say excellent. So in our voice also there should be change, that is positive voice raising, negative voice raising, silence, neutral voice. So automatically the student gives a reply thank you teacher, or discuss that today we discuss the nature of roots by the determinant b square minus 4ac in any quadratic equation. The student replies thank you sir or madam. This is also positive verbal behavior. So generally we should not use the negative verbal behavior. Instead of using the negative verbal behavior, it is better to go for the non-negative verbal behavior. It won't hurt the hearts of the students. So it's better to use the non-negative verbal reinforcers instead of using the NVR non. So this is about the conclusion. The teacher concludes, yes, excellent. Today we have discussed the nature of the roots like this. The teacher concludes the lesson and she erases whatever she wrote on the blackboard. by encouraging the students to make the students to involve and participate in the teaching learning activities. So the skill uh, reinforcement gives a great support to the teacher, as well as it gives a great support to the students to participate and to make the class active. So as we the mathematics teacher, we should not be serious in the classroom, and we should encourage the students by giving the positive reinforcers, verbal reinforcers, or other things. Whenever the any component is required, we have to use that components to make the class active. So if you practice well, automatically you can become a good teacher, and you can become the fan of the your students. So to become a fan of your students, you should act sometimes as a good actor uh, in the classroom. So automatically, if you use the stimulus variation, reinforcement, good blackboard work, and with good introduction and explanation, you can become a good mathematics teacher, and you will become the good favorite mathematics teacher to your children in the classroom in their school life. So this is about the skill of reinforcement. So till now we have discussed the main micro teaching skills, even though there are so many. The first one is we have discussed learned, wrote the lesson plans for introducing the lesson. We should use this introducing skill. This it gives a great boost to your teaching, and it motivates the if whatever skills you have, the using the stories and examples or whatever it may be, the introducing the lesson is very important skill in your lesson plan. Why? Because if you begin the class with positive skills, automatically you can conclude the class positively. The if your handwriting is your usage of blackboard is good, automatically you can the students concentrate on your uh, presentation on the blackboard, that is using blackboard skill. We have discussed fluency of questioning. Whenever we are asking the students, the question should be very simple, and we have discussed already the fluency of questioning. Stimulus variation we have discussed. We have to use the maximum TLM, teaching learning material, to attract the students towards our lessons, to make the students to understand the abstract things from abstract things into the concrete form. The last we have discussed reinforcement. The positive reinforcement makes you to become a fan of your teacher. So as with the teacher, mathematics teacher, if we practice these five skills, and I think you have learned about the explanation skills in other method. If it is for physical science, you can get the explanation skill components in that, or English also you can get the explanation, also Telugu also you can get their explanation skills. If your explanation skills are good, and if you use these five skills plus one, that is six skills, automatically you can become a good teacher, and you can make the students to understand everything, and you can become a fan of the students in the school. So you should become a good teacher, you should practice more and more these six skills at least, and you have to write at least three skills in your lesson plan record in rough, and then after I'll give one more also. So all of you practice these five skills and plus one explanation skill, automatically you can become good teachers. So with this, I hope you understand all the skills, and I will give demo after reopening of the school, or whenever it is required, before going to the teaching practice session. Then after we can complete this remaining part as the model lessons of micro teaching skills. If time permits, I'll give the today I will give some videos of the students who have performed their skills from other sources, not directly. With this, the micro teaching skill session is completed. You can write the lesson plan, and you can upload the images to the group for and you can practice these skills by writing another lesson plan. Hope you will everybody will take a topic, and you will write 5 lesson plans for each individual skills. Thank you for patiently listening.